gospel train is chugging the trick, it's chugging the trick. This gospel train is chugging the trick, chugging to the glory lane. Well, get on board this gospel train, yes you can, yes you can. Get on board this gospel train, yes you can. Yes, Chesley, that's a good song, and we're thankful for that. That's one I needed. Oh, it's one you made up. Okay, well it'll work. And I see here, what in the world do you have this on here? Oh, I don't blame thee. You stuck it there. Well, Chesley, you don't have to tell everything. Well, you're blaming me. Okay, Chesley, now we want to get into that. Chesley, we are so glad to be here. My name is Karen Clymer, and this is Chesley. She's the voice of me, and we are so happy to be here for our Sunday afternoon Bible story. Chesley, this one today, demons or Jesus? Demons or Jesus? There's a choice now that this man had to make. Oh, Chesley, it sounds kind of scary to me. Well, Chesley, it was a scary thing. This man didn't have any friends. Why didn't he? Well, Chesley, he was full of these demons. It was a horrible thing. Nobody liked him. You're right, nobody did. And he actually had to live out in the graveyard, out among the tombs. Oh, I don't sound very fun to me. It wasn't fun. But, Chesley, why did he do it? Well, Chesley, he was so mean and so cruel because these demons were in him, so nobody wanted to be around him. He was wicked. He was awful, and he where did he live? But Chesley lived out among the graves. No, it's scary. It might have been scary, but that's where he lived. Nobody wanted him around because he was evil. It happened, Chesley. I don't know all the details how it happened, but I know this: he had the demons there, but Jesus came. Jesus makes the difference. Jesus is a difference maker. Oh, Chesley, this man. The Bible tells us about him how that when he came to this place. It was called the Gerasenes, across the lake from Galilee. As he was climbing out of the boat, a man that was possessed of these demons came out to meet him. It wasn't a very good introduction. It was kind of a scary thing, maybe, but not for Jesus, because he was the Son of God. Yes, because he was the Son of God. Now, this poor man, for so long, he had been homeless. He didn't have any clothes. He was living in the tombs outside the town because nobody would rent to him. Nobody would rent to him. Nobody wanted around him. It was an awful thing. And as soon as he saw Jesus, he started shrieking. And he began to scream out and say, "Why are you interfering me? Why are you bothering me?" And Jesus didn't do anything. Jesus didn't do anything. He did nothing but good. But this man, you know what? The old devil that had control of him with his demons, he wanted to keep that man under control. So Jesus came. Jesus came. And Jesus will give this man a choice. Oh, choices are so important. And this man, that he can't make him because in demons will. Well, Chesley, you know what? Jesus is there, and Jesus can help that man all he can. If he wants to be free, let's just see what's going to happen. All right? That's what we're going to do. And see, he began to shriek, and the Bible said as soon as he saw Jesus, he shrieked and fell down in front of him. Oh, why did he do it? Chesley, Jesus made the difference. He was greater than those demons that were in him. And I'm telling you what, he had his attention. Yes, Chesley, the demons were very angry, I'm sure. And this man now, he had coming face to face with Jesus. We call this man filled with the devils, we call him a demoniac. What's one of them? Well, he's got all the demons in there, so he's called a demoniac. And he screamed, "Why are you interfering with me, Jesus, Son of the Most High? Please, I beg you, don't torture me." For Jesus is said here in you read it in God's Word. I'm reading it, Chesley, verse 29. This is Luke 8:26 through 39, verse 29. For Jesus had already commanded the evil spirit to come out of him. The spirit often had taken control of this man. Even when he was placed under guard and they'd put him in chains and shackles and all, he would just break them and he'd rush out into the wilderness. He was completely under the power of the demons. And so now he has a choice. And Jesus said, "What is your name?" That was important. The old demons that were living inside of him, he was actually calling them, "What is your name?" And said, "Legion," for he had many of demons. That's many, many, many demons. And they were begging Jesus not to send him to the bottomless pit. Oh, that sounds like a horrible. Well, what's he going to do with them? But there was all this huge herd of swine that was. And what is the swine? Pigs, Chesley. Would you say pigs? Okay, pigs. So I'll read. These pigs were there on the hillside. They were feeding there, and the demons said, "Just let us go into those pigs." So Jesus gave them. He said, "I'll give you permission." They had to get permission. Yes, they had to get permission. Jesus has all power. He had power over this man. He had over these demons. He had power of that demon. He could control him, but that man that he didn't have control. But Jesus is there, and Jesus can liberate him. But now we're talking about these demons. They don't want to go to a bottomless pit. But they said, well, just let us go into those pigs down there. No, pigs. What's going to happen to the pigs? They're going to have demons, Chesley. That's exactly what's going to happen. So Jesus let them go. He gave them permission. You know what? Jesus granted that permission for them to do that. And then it happened. The Bible said it happened. A large herd of pigs feeding on a hillside nearby. The demons, they went into them. It was a horrible thing as those pigs went absolutely crazy, and they went plunged down into the deep hillside, into the lake, and drowned. Oh, now there's lots of pigs down there full of demons. Oh, yes, many pigs filled with demons. Oh, when the herdsmen saw it, they said, how are we going to make a living now? They said Jesus did it. They blamed Jesus. You know what? Jesus was the answer. All they had to do was come to him. Did they do it? I don't know that they did. The Bible doesn't say that they did. I don't think they did, maybe because they wanted him to leave. They could have accepted him. What did that poor man that was full of the demons were gone now. Jesse, he wanted to be like Jesus. He wanted to go with Jesus. He wanted to do whatever he wanted him to do. The Bible said when the herdsmen saw it, they fled to town. They were running in. They said, look what this man has done. It's how we made our living. They blamed him. They said, now we're going to go broke because of him. He's the wicked. Get him out of here. Jesse, they didn't even acknowledge that here was this man that had been full of these demons now, had been full of the demons, and he couldn't get any relief, and he was living there in the tombs, and it was just awful, and he couldn't get free. Nobody loved him. That's right, nobody loved him. He probably didn't love himself. It was an awful thing. But this crowd, some of them that came, they saw, this is the man here, but they said, this is man that he had demons? What's wrong with him now? Nothing's wrong with him. Everything's right. This man before didn't wear clothes. Now he has clothes on. And before he's naked and screaming and crying. And now here he is. I know what he's doing. He's seeing Jesus. He is looking into the face of Jesus, listening to everything Jesus has to say. And it's all good things that they're living through hand in hand to get to go to heaven. Get to go to heaven one day forever and ever. And the crowd, they're listening, and some of them want him just to leave. They said, we want him out of here. But here's this man, now totally changed. He didn't even have his right mind. And now he's like Jesus. Now, yes, Chesley, he's like Jesus. He's calm, he's relaxed, but now this man, he isn't Jesus. But I know he's a child of Jesus. He's a child of Jesus now. And there he is so happy. And the people said, this is the man. I recognize him. He is the man. But look at him. He's totally different. He's been healed. Jesus. And they wanted him to say, no, they didn't want Jesus to stay. But some people up there, they began to beg him to leave alone. But, there was a fear all over these people. They just didn't want anything to do. But, that man that was delivered from the bondage of those demons, he wanted to go with Jesus. He did want to go with Jesus. And the Bible said, and all the people in that region of the Gerasenes begged Jesus to go away and leave them alone. People, they're still like that today. Telling Jesus to leave them alone. That's right, Chesley. When he gives them true life, and they can go to heaven. It's the truth. Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life. But they don't want that. They just want to do like they are. Just want to stay like they are. But Jesus gives us a choice. And even if the whole crowd, but one man, here was one man that said he wanted Jesus. Jesus had set him free, and he had a choice. He had this choice. He could keep living for Jesus, or he could go back to the old life. He said, I want to go with you, Jesus. And Jesus wouldn't allow him to go. Because he was ashamed of him. No, he wasn't ashamed of him, Chesley. But everybody knew this man. And they knew what the bondage had been in those demons, bunches of, that's right, bunches of demons. And he said, you need to be right here in your town where you are. Being an example. Keep living like Jesus right there. Jesus sent him home saying, no, go back to your family. Tell this, God's got a family plan. Yes, that's right. Tell them God has a family plan. tell them everything. He said, tell them everything that's been done for you. No, setting 3, he had a big testimony. Chelsea, he did have a great testimony to tell. Now, Chelsea, we don't have to go and let allow demons in and say, I want to have a great testimony and Jesus can deliver me from demons. You know, Chelsea, we are born into sin, but we can come to Jesus and he took my sins away. That's right. It was a song we used to sing. He took my sins away. And now my heart is singing every day. But that man wanted to go with Jesus so badly. He said if I could just be with him all the time. But you know, Chelsea, we can have him with us in our heart as we serve the Lord with joy and gladness every day. We read our Bible and pray every day. And obey your parents, and the teachers. Yes, Chelsea, we do like Jesus would do. That's right. We do like Jesus would do. Chelsea, that is thrilling the heart of Jesus, and others see that example, and they make a choice. They have to make their own choice. We can't make it for them, but we can be that good example. And what, Chelsea, it makes Jesus happy. It cheers his heart when he sees us doing right, when he sees us doing right, when he sees us doing like him. What if I make a mistake, Chelsea, and we fail and we do the wrong thing? We go to Jesus right then, and he gives us the big hearts thinking, no, Chelsea, we ask him to forgive us, and that we're going to change our ways and do like Jesus, to be like. That's right, Chelsea. We want to be like Jesus. That's all we ask, is to be like him. And he will help us in his word. In his word, yes, we read it every day. And if there are those listening who don't know how to read, you can get a parent to help you, or someone else that can help. Others can help you read. And that is so good, Chelsea, that we have that. And also, they might have it on some of their, maybe a computer that they have, or an iPad, or whatever it is they have. They will have the Bible on it. It can be read to them. But Chelsea, all the people in that land, there in the Gerasenes, said, get out of here. But there was one man who didn't. And I just wonder how many people later saw the truth, gave their life to Jesus. But I know that they had a choice. They had a choice, Chelsea, because they had given the chance. They were given the opportunity, the chance to live with Jesus. But Chelsea, the demoniac was now a man free to live for Jesus, and rather than travel with Jesus, he would go back and spread the good news and be an example like Jesus. Just what Jesus wanted him to do. We never know, but what Jesus may have come back through there sometime. They might have had some time together and visited, and him tell about what the Lord had done for him. And I know this. He was always thankful. He was always thankful, Chelsea, for what the Lord had done. You're right, Chelsea. Free from the demons and full of the love of Jesus, he now could evangelize, tell the story of Jesus himself. I like that story. Demons are Jesus. He made the right choice. Yes, Chelsea, it looked like an impossible case, but there is no impossible case for Jesus. When you ask him to come into your life, he will. And right now, it's time for you to go back into your trunk. Oh, no, you just ruined my day. Chelsea, I didn't. You've been up here. You've had a wonderful time. And so the children are out there watching. We're going to go ahead and upload this to YouTube, Rumble, and X. It used to be called Twitter. We'll get that done, so it'll be out there so people can see. Anytime you want to, you can go see. I love you. I sure want to go to the end, but you know, I gotta. That's right, Chelsea. I gotta be a good example. That's right. You need to be a very good example. So we look forward to seeing you next Sunday afternoon, the Lord willing, and you have a great rest of the day. Goodbye. Goodbye. Is it good? Yes, Chelsea, it's good. You don't have to cry. It's good.